Hi everybody. Can you see me? Give me a yes in the comments section. I can see your comments. Hi everyone. Can you see me? Quickly tell me in the comment section. I can read your comments. Hello everybody, I am Vandana Bajaj and I'm coming live for you from Mumbai. I am a teaching faculty and a soft skills trainer and my subjects expertise are, like I always tell you, English language and literature, business communication and business management related subjects. Well, I have been into teaching since June 2008 and have completed 11 fruitful years into teaching and this is my 12th year. I am an NET qualified as I am a company secretary and I have done my masters in commerce and bachelor's in management studies. Apart from all this, I have also been a paper setter and paper examiner with Mumbai University. I have written and presented a research paper on winning corporate wars from the learnings of Ramayan in the year 2019. And I have been awarded as the Best International Service Director in Road Track District 3140. So, hey, that's me. And today's session, as I had already informed you, and people who have logged in know that today's session is all about impressive idioms, irresistible idioms. Very important whenever you write anything, any way of writing, be it a story, be it an article, be it a narrative, be it a descriptive, or be it a simple letter to an editor or a principal or a complaint. They just increase the entire weightage of the way you present your content. So I am Vandana Bajaj, and if you're really enjoying all the sessions, all the special classes that you have attended, if you haven't attended, I would request you to download the learning app of Unacademy. It is available for free on the portal. So you download that app, you quickly subscribe, okay? And if not ready to subscribe, I advise you to attend the special classes, take the feel of the portal. How does it feel to be live with the tutor at the comfort of your homes? And if you really enjoy ways of study, the KBCs that we play, you're having fun doing that, you can subscribe to zero to avail started. अब मैंने आपसे पूछा, I asked you, what are idioms? So what are idioms? मैं अगर if in one word I have to tell you what idioms are, just in one word, idioms are elephants. Really? Hathi? Idioms are elephants? Are you sure what are you talking about? Yes, I'm very sure about what I am talking. हाथी के दांत खाने के और दिखाने के और. I am sure you must have heard this. So when I tell you idiom, why? The expressions have hidden meanings. जो दिखता है वो है नहीं, जो नहीं दिखता वो समझना है. They are non-literal in context. Now when I tell you they are non-literal, it means that you are not supposed to take them literally. जैसा लिखा है वैसे मत देखो. You're not supposed to understand it just the way it has been written. अभी भी अगर कोई doubt है तो as we proceed today with wonderful 20 idioms, I'm sure 50% of which you might have never come across, but they're so easy to use when you write any kind of thing. Okay, any kind of writing skills that you show or write in, you can actually use an idiom. Okay, out of the 20 idioms, you can use each one of them with very simplicity. So we will understand why not to take them literally. And most of the times they use figurative language. Okay, so you will see a lot of figures of speech, you will see a lot of metaphorical relations and similes when we talk about idioms. So idioms, if I have to simplify and tell you, they are little like puzzles. और फिर भी अगर confusion है तो ये saying तो याद ही रख सकते हो. You can remember that हाथी के दांत खाने के और दिखाने के और. Elephants are idioms? No. Idioms are elephants. Good to go? Chalo. Then let us start with our first. What is it? Twist someone's arm. अब मैंने कहा था you not really twist someone's arm, okay? इसका meaning क्या होता है? You are great at convincing someone. तुमने किसी को मना लिया है. So if I have to give you an example और better समझने के लिए practical understanding is very important. So please don't twist someone's arm, okay? You are good at. They had to twist his arm a bit. उसे थोड़ा मनाना पड़ा. But they managed to get him to join. लोगों ने उसे मना लिया. Somehow they managed to ask him to join the team. But they had to do a little convincing, and that is the reason we say they had to twist his arm. Oh, she immediately agreed to come tonight. I didn't even have to twist her arm, which means वो तो तुरंत ही आने के लिए मान गई. I did not have to convince her even a bit. So instead of putting it in a very रूखा सूखा simple ordinary way कि यार मुझे मनाना नहीं पड़ा, I did not have to convince her. In that case, just say, I did not have to twist her arm. Not hati yaad rakhna. So this was our idiom number 1. You can use it when you're writing a story that I wanted my friend and I had to twist my friend's arm to make him come to the picnic or to make sure that he visits my place in the next Diwali vacation. So you are great at convincing. If you are, please use this phrase. Twist someone's arm. Coming down to our second phrase or second idiom for the day. Sit tight. पकड़ के बैठो धरती हिलने वाली है. No, that doesn't mean sit tight. What do you mean when I tell you sit tight? It means wait patiently and take no action. Our parents keep on telling this to us. धैर्यपूर्वक प्रतीक्षा करना या करने के लिए कोई कहता है, which means please sit patiently. जब हम बहुत अधम मचाते हैं, when we trouble our parents a lot, that is what they tell us, कि please sit down patiently. Instead of that, they can actually just tell us sit tight. That means please don't move, don't take any actions, just wait patiently. These students, the kind of nervousness you have when you go to a dentist. Okay, what is the doctor going to do? And the doctor just wants you to sit tight. Bhai shanti se baith ja, mujhe mera kaam karne de. I know you are anxious to hear how you performed. So those butterflies that you have inside your stomach about your result. So I know you are anxious to hear how you performed, but just sit tight. They will inform you the results. So, bhai shanti se baith ja. Whatever results are there, you will be informed. Going good so far. One more example. I just gave you the doctor example. Just relax and sit tight. Let the doctor do his work. So you can always use this expression when you are writing. You can also say it in your letter of complaint or in the letter to the editor when you're highlighting about the stray dog menace or the loudspeaker problems in your area. You can say we have sat tightly a lot of times, but this time we wish to take an action. So you can actually use this phrase even in a letter. You can use this idiom even in a letter and create a lot of impact on the reader. And it's going to be very good and it will help you score better. Well, the third one. I am sure we are good to go with this one. I would request you to give me a thumbs up in the comments section if everything I speak is going very easily, as being very easily absorbed by you. Yes, can you see me? Can you hear me? Are you understanding? Did you understand the first two idioms? Yes, super. So then we come down to the third idiom. Say you can use it at a lot of places, and if you have a sentence in your mind, quickly type it in the live chat and give it to me. I will read out in front of everybody which has any of the two idioms that we've just discussed. अब एक होता है भाई गाना सुन ले, face the music. So you can listen to the music, you can give a ear to the music, but how do you face the music? How do you do that? So when I tell you face the music, it means now you deal with the reality of the situation and face the consequences. So when I'm telling you face the music, तो भाई तू अब वास्तविकता का सामना कर ही ले. That is the meaning of face the music. So because you have done something, now you are going to face the music. So if you don't do the homework, you are going to face the music. Are you understanding? To give you a very simple example of how to use it, if we do nothing to curb this pollution, जो actually अभी नहीं है, thanks to the good thing is the earth is getting time to repair itself, so there is no polluted. We can say if we do nothing to curb this pollution, I guarantee we will face the music in the teacher or a father and a son or a mother and a daughter. You can relate to a lot of things that are around you. So you can actually use it in this way. If we do nothing to curb this pollution, face the music. हमें भुगतना पड़ेगा. Okay, so that is one way of using it. And to give you rest, Tom had to go home and face the music. If in the school, I am sure your parents will give you some good bashing or some good teachings. So I will tell you, okay, because you haven't scored well, you face the music. You have done something, you go and deal with the reality. भाई तुम जाओ और सिचुएशन को फेस करो, and you will be the one who will be facing all the consequences. So that is our, I am sure you guys are understanding good, and I have given you a Hindi hint in the bracket also. That is especially on my students' request that if you can also help us in Hindi when you are teaching English. So here I am. Are you blowing off the, what does that mean then? Feeling angry, stressed, or experiencing some strong feelings. Okay, when you're experiencing, most of the times you getting angry. तो जब आपको अंदर या आप गुस्सा निकाल रहे हो, you know what are you doing? You are blowing off the steam. So next time when your mom gets angry on you for not doing the household chores, you can actually say, Mom, stop blowing off the steam. Are you understanding? Please stop getting angry. So it is a very different kind of phrase that you can actually use. I went on a run to blow off steam. Very angry. I was feeling angry, stressed, or I was experiencing a lot of hatred, another kind of emotion inside me. I just went on a run. So I went on a jog because I was really angry. I think most of us do this. We just play some loud music or we listen to some really soothing music when we are not in the right frame of mind. Maybe when we are very angry with some situation we are helpless in. So what do we do is when we listen to those music or we go for a walk or we just roam around or we talk to a good friend of ours, what we are actually doing is blowing off the steam. Another way of using it is mom shouting at you. She was just blowing off the steam. Or she was just blowing off. Mom wasn't really angry with you. Mummy तुमसे गुस्सा नहीं थी. मम्मी को गुस्सा किसी और बात का था. Mummy was, but she just got angry on you. Mood, and then mama just tells you, shh, don't say anything right now. Your dad is not happened to show your test where you didn't score good marks. They were satisfactory but not good. You are actually angry from your father. So when your father gets angry because he's stressed about something angry with you, he's actually blowing off the steam. That is how you use this expression. And then we have the fifth one. Very interesting. We say up in the air. यार हमें कोई चीज नहीं करनी होती. Yeah, we want to postpone some plan we're not really interested in right now. What we do is we blow it in the air. It is up in the air. It is still undecided. Things are uncertain or unsure. So we say that चीजें अनिश्चित हैं. अभी श्योरिटी नहीं है कि होगी या नहीं होगी. So we say things are uncertain. They are up in the air. So if I ask you, hey, what about your plan for this vacation? And you say, I don't know, man. We were planning Kerala, but things are still in air. You have used this idiom. For example, the proposal of building a new shopping center. Now, I have purposely created this sentence so that you can relate or use it when you are writing a story or when you are writing an article. The proposal of building a new shopping center, the whole town protested to come up with a shopping center to, probably crush down the orphanage building and rebuild a shopping center there because that will be more commercially viable. In that case, the plan is up in the air. अभी तक it is not decided. It is still अनिश्चित, जिसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं. क्यों? Because the other way of using it, at the moment, the fate of the migrant workers is still up in the air. Why? Because we are in a quarantine situation because of COVID-19. So because of that, all the fate of the migrant workers, बेचारे कहाँ जाएंगे, कैसे जाएंगे? Some time back, the situation was there. It was still up in the air. It was unsure. It was undecided. So that is how you use this up in the air. And then we have on the ball. अब ये वाला तो बहुत ही common है. You can actually use it a lot of times, okay, at a lot of places. So when I tell you on the ball, it means very quick to understand. If someone is very quick in understanding a situation or what is being said, generally we assistants to be on the ball. That means उन्हें जल्दी से समझ में आ जाए. You must have seen teachers का जो काम करते हैं, and the way teacher tells them, if they do it exactly the way teacher has asked him to do it, teacher is really impressed. And if they do it really quickly, then the teacher is going to say, "Bhai, you are on the ball." That means तुम तो बहुत ही जल्दी समझ गए. For example, I can't believe Sakshi got that report done so quickly. She's really on the ball. मतलब इतनी जल्दी report तैयार करवा ली. I just don't believe it. She is really on the ball. And then another way where you can say or use it is, if you were on the ball, this wouldn't have happened. मतलब hurried. अगर तुम जल्दी समझ जाते तो ये नहीं होता. You know, these are the emotions, the expressions that you can actually use. It is like, using a figurative language. I am saying on the ball, which not literally means that you are on the ball. Let's say this is a ball and you are literally on the ball. No, it means you are very quick at something. So we say you are on the ball. We come down to the seventh one. Seventh one says, look like $1,000,000. Now, as a girl, and I'm sure all my female friends will agree to this, you always want to look like $1,000,000, but what does that actually mean? It means very same to what it sounds. Look absolutely fabulous. बहुत ही शानदार दिखना. So when you look absolutely fabulous, someone just compliments you. Yeah, you're very beautiful. You're looking very beautiful. Okay, that's a very common way of saying. And if I tell you, you look like $1,000,000 today, or you look like $1,000,000 today. So that is when I'm emphasizing with the help of an idiom, leaving an impression on you that भाई आज तो आप बहुत ही शानदार लग रहे हो. For example, the groom looked like $1,000,000 in his wedding attire. You can write the same thing for the bride. Or medicine. You're already looking like $1,000,000 compared to yesterday. Now that is how you use it in your story when you want to say that the character or the character's relative, be it the sister or the brother or the mother or the father, is not keeping well, but after the medicine from the doctor, they already looked like $1,000,000 compared to the last day. So that is how you use this expression. You can also use it when you're putting a direct speech in your writing. Okay, you can use it that she was complimented by her father on her farewell party that she looked like $1,000,000. Pay an arm and pay a leg. Now, what does that mean? Literally, arm काट के या leg काट के नहीं देना है. You know, sometimes when we see iPhone in someone's hand and we actually ask, क्या kidney बेची? क्या बेचा? Now, I literally don't mean kidney bechi. We are trying to see how much did you spend. That is the same meaning for paying an arm and a leg. To pay a lot of money. Okay, बहुत सारा पैसा देना किसी चीज के लिए या बहुत खर्चा करना. When something is like really expensive, you pay an arm and a leg for it. That's how you say. A very easy example. I just want to travel somewhere sunny and warm without paying an arm and a leg. I just want to go to a good place, but I don't want to spend that much. That means, it sounds so good when you use this idiom in this sentence. And we want to redecorate the living room, but I'm afraid it's going to cost us an arm and a leg. Reality check. So sometimes you just want to, redecorate something, but I know it is going to cost an arm and a leg. It's gonna be like very expensive. So that is how you use this idiom. Then we have to have sticky fingers. Now, what does that mean? It doesn't mean you have dirty hands. Absolutely no, no, no. But when I tell you that I have sticky fingers, I'll take an example of this glass. Okay, so if I have sticky fingers, that means I am not able to take away this glass because my fingers are sticky. It's stuck in my fingers and I'm just not able to take it away. Which means कि मैं पैसे को भी ऐसे ही पकड़ के रखती हूँ. When I tell you you have sticky fingers, you are like a thief. Okay, जो दिखा उस पे अपनी fingers चिपका ली, stick कर ली और ले गए. So that is how we use to have sticky fingers. It means chor banna, to be a thief. For example, the clerk who had sticky fingers got the clerk, जिसके fingers ऐसे थे कि he used to steal off things. You can also say, she was a shoplifter with sticky fingers. A very good way. Emphasize whenever I talk about story writing, your character should have this X quality that the reader cannot think about, not just the physical appearance, but something extra. So you can say your character had sticky fingers. Be careful about leaving your things lying around. Some people here have got very sticky fingers. So whenever somebody wants to visit the Chor Bazaar morning, I think 4 a.m. on a Friday morning, we always say, Bhai, dhyan rakna apne saman ka. Please take care of your phone and your wallet because the people out there have sticky fingers. So that's how you use this idiom. We come to the 10th idiom, halfway to go. Be close fisted. Now, what is close fisted literally? This. I'm a close fisted girl. What does that mean? Someone who doesn't want to spend money. जो पैसे खर्च नहीं करना चाहता. For that person, we use this phrase called as to be close. We use this for a donation. A yes in the comment section, okay, guys? If everything is going very good and you're understanding it. Fork over money. Now, what does that mean? पैसे पे काटा? No. So fork over money is to pay किसी चीज के लिए पैसा देना. And let's understand it better with an example, okay? We had to fork over ₹100 to park near the stadium because हमें 100 रुपए देने पड़े. So हमें देने पड़े ना, you had to pay for the parking. So you will say we had to fork over. A very cool way of saying, yaar, I had to fork over for the lunch because he didn't have cash. Sounds really cool, na? To fork over her lunch money for the poor man. Now, this is a good way, okay? Again, you can use this sentence for your main character, the protagonist in your story. You can actually use this. She was ready or he was ready to fork over her lunch. कि अपना lunch देने को तैयार थी for the poor man. So that's how you use this idiom. So far, so good. Quickly, action, guys. चलो जल्दी से बताओ, how is it going? I have the comment section with me right now. You want me to tell you a hello in the comment section? Hello everyone. See, I am there on the comment section. You quickly tell me how is it going. 10 we have done, 10 more to go. Do you have a doubt anywhere? Promise me you guys are going to use all these wonderful idioms that we are doing. अब आता है Midas touch. Now because the meaning is already on the screen and it's a very common expression. I'm sure हम सबने Midas की कहानी तो सुनी होगी. The king with the golden touch. So we say आसानी से पैसा बनाना. अगर English में बोलूँ तो to be able to make money very easily, we say this man has a Midas touch. For example, the new sales representative. Now how to use this, okay? The new sales representative seemed to have the Midas touch, turning every lead into a sale. मतलब जो भी उसके पास इंक्वायरी लेके आता था, any potential customer, वो उसे पक्का कस्टमर बना ही देता था. As if he knew the trick or he had the touch of Midas. That is, he was able to make money very easily by converting every lead, okay, every customer who has just come for inquiry into a sale, into a actually true customer. Okay, so we say this person has the Midas touch. Another place where we can use it is the young football coach had the Midas touch as he led his undefeated team through a perfect season. Matlab, this coach actually had some magical touch, okay? Why? Because he made sure that everything he touches or everything that is around him is actually undefeated, successful, we can say. So even when you want to say that somebody whenever does something is always successful in it, कि कोई भी कोई काम करता है और उसमें हमेशा successful होता है, in that case you can say that person has the Midas touch. The next one, that is number 13, keep your chin up. अगर literally बोले तो keep your chin up. And in Hindi we say मजबूत बने रहो और कभी हार मत मानो, which means you stay strong. come what may. Now, you can use this situation when your hero in the story or the main character in the story is facing a lot of downturns, is facing a lot of crisis, and your advice or his friend's advice to him in the story is to keep his or her chin up. To take an example, Raima always tried to keep her chin up despite the continued setbacks. इतने जिंदगी में धोखे लगने के बाद भी राइमा ने कभी हार नहीं मानी, मजबूत बनी रही. So in that case, she kept herself strong, focused, and did not lose hope. We say she kept her chin up. Another way of using it is the project was not a total failure. The team leader told his team to keep their chin up. कि भाई project था ठीक है बहुत hit नहीं रहा but it wasn't a total failure. You can always keep your chin up. That means stay strong, don't lose hope, don't lose your heart. We say sometimes be strong, okay? Things will get better. Another place we say is find your feet. नई स्थिति में खुद को खोजना. When you are in a new situation and you're trying to adjust in the situation, you say that you have found yourself in a new situation and you're trying to find your feet. Now, this can also be used when you are writing. It took a while, but I finally found my feet in my job. So, when you change a job, it's a new job, and you are finding it difficult to adjust with the new culture, the new work culture, the new team, the new desk. In that case, you can say that you are still finding your feet. The parents knew their child while, sorry, the parents knew their child will eventually find his feet in the new school, which means the parents knew that it will take time, but the child will get comfortable in the new situation. That is his new school. So that is how you use these kind of idioms, okay? अपने पैर ढूंढना, just like find your own feet. अपने आप को नई स्थिति में देखना. So whenever you're caught up in a new situation, in a new office, in a new school, like sometimes I'm talking about the students who are in the early secondary section, not the higher secondaries, but I'm talking about the early secondary. And if you have to write about your experience, your first day at new school, you can actually use this idiom. Okay, you can say that this is my day one in the school, but I'm sure I'll find my feet. You have actually left your examiner go wow. तो इस तरीके के idioms you can use. The next one is to spice things up, which means चीजों को दिलचस्प बनाना, उन्हें मजेदार बनाना. Now a lot of times you'll come across your relatives, building aunties, not to offend anyone, but you will come across them who will try to add some masalas and spices and some false stories and facts which are not true to make it sound more interesting, more appealing, or exciting. कि अरे लोग उन्हें बैठकर सुने. So we say that is called as spicing the things up. For example, Shubham exaggerated the details to spice up his story. So he छोटी सी बात को बड़ा बताना, okay? किसी चीज को बहुत बड़ा चढ़ा के बताना means exaggeration. So Shubham actually exaggerated the entire details, okay, all the details. Let's say he's talking about an accident he saw. So the accident must have been a scooter and a cycle. Two people were riding. Okay, so one was riding the scooter, one was riding the cycle, and they happened to bump into each other. And that's where Shubham just exaggerated the details. Oh my God, there's a truck. This guy tried to overtake the truck, and oh my God, the signal was green. And then the other guy also came, and the cycle person didn't see left or right, and he just went on riding, and then he just bumped, and there was blood on the floor, etc., etc. You're just spicing the things up, dear. Another way of using is I suggested her to try something new to spice up her wardrobe. So if you really want to make your wardrobe, that is the entire collection of clothes, shoes, accessories that you have, you want to spice it up, that is you want to make them more interesting or exciting, I am sure everybody is going to agree with this, at least the girls, because I am always excited to spice up my wardrobe, to keep changing and adding new things into my wardrobe. So that's how you use this. Okay, again, you can use it while writing. You can use it in your letter when you're generating a complaint or writing for an editor. That is where you can actually use this phrase and you can say, I'm not trying to spice up the things, but we are actually facing a lot of difficulties. Hope it's done. Should impressed, marks given, and improvisation in the vocabulary. The next one, bring home the bacon. Get the bacon. So when I tell you bring home the bacon, it means parivar ke liye paise kamana, which means to make an income to support her family or your family. To give you a very simple example for this, now that I have a full-time job, I am bringing home the bacon, which means अब मेरे पास एक full-time job आ गई है तो I can earn and support my family with my income. So again तुम दिखा सकते हो एक लाचार character जिसको इतना rich नहीं है, जिसके पास इतने पैसे नहीं है, and somehow is trying to hunt for a job, finally gets the job and brings home the bacon. Or go out and get a job so you can bring home the bacon, which means you can bring home an income which will support the family or which will help in running the family. So here you can say that the character was very lazy and the mother told the character to go out and get a job. Okay, please get a job. That means find something that will get you or fetch you some payment. So in that case you can use bring home the bacon. कंपेयर एप्पल्स एंड ऑरेंजेस, मुझे बहुत ही पसंद है ये वाला idiom. I completely like this idiom. Why? Because you can use it so often when you're talking. It is like to compare two very different things, दो बहुत ही अलग अलग चीजों की तुलना करना. So I can always tell you, यार, what are you talking? You're like comparing apples and oranges. So when people ask me, do you like this guy or this guy? So do you like Anshuman or Anshuman? Yeah, that's his name is Ayushman. Sorry. Okay. So do you like Ayushman Khurana more or Vicky Kaushal? So I'll say both are extra talented guys. It's like comparing apples and oranges for me. That means you're comparing two very different things which actually cannot be compared. To use it in example, comparing a mother's job to that of a teacher. I created this sentence by myself. To compare, okay, so comparing a mother's job to that of a teacher is like comparing apples and oranges. They are very two different things. Although they result into the output is almost the same, both of them want their child, their student, be something in life, to become someone, okay? And they always contribute into the brighter future, but in different ways. You cannot compare them together. So that is where we say comparing apples and oranges is like comparing two very different things. Another way of using, or another way where commonly you can use it when you're talking in your oral communications, you can use it. They were twins, but apples and oranges. भले ही वो दोनों सगे भाई बहन थे या भले ही वो दोनों twins थे, they were twins, but they were like apples and oranges. They were like so different from each other. They actually looked like apples and oranges. Not looked like, they behaved like. Which I'm trying to tell you that भले ही दोनों भाई बहन है, but दोनों इतने अलग है कि उन्हें compare नहीं कर सकते. So you can use it with the word compare, or you can use it sans the word, that is without the word compare. You can just say that, oh my god, comparing a sar or comparing a pajama with a sari is apples and oranges. So it's like comparing apples and oranges, or comparing the comfort of your home with that of a luxurious suite is apples and oranges. You can just not compare. Both of them are very different in their own ways. 18. A smart cookie is a buddhiman vyakti, which is an intelligent person. How often can you say that? Okay, so whenever you refer to your friend or introduce your friend to your parents or talk about any sibling and you say, yeah, she's very intelligent. So you don't say she's very intelligent, you will say she's a smart cookie. Impresses the reader, the listener, when you say such kind of things. Okay, so when you actually say these kind of things, it leaves the other person like, yeah, smart cookie. This dog was one smart cookie who understood the game at once. So, anybody who understands the instructions of the competition is a smart cookie. Anybody who is very good at finding hacks or shortcuts and correct shortcuts, legit shortcuts for doing things, we say that person is a smart cookie. Another way of using it is don't underestimate Arun. He's a smart cookie. Which movie was that? Chennai Express. तो उसमें वो शाहरुख खान का डायलॉग है, डोंट अंडर एस्टिमेट द पावर ऑफ कॉमन मैन, डोंट अंडर एस्टिमेट द पावर ऑफ अ कॉमन मैन. तो try, I picked it from here that you don't underestimate Arun. He's a smart cookie. So you don't underestimate or you don't judge a book by the cover, because the other person can be a smart. So you can actually use it when you are talking about the character of your story, or you can actually use it when you are describing someone. Smart cookie when you're talking. Oh, please don't talk like that. You think I'm not a smart cookie to understand that? Interrogative maybe use kar sakte hai. And then you have under the weather. You feel under the weather. Now, when you feel under the weather, that is not literally to be taken like that. It's just like, you could be feeling a little sick. A lot of times I hear people saying that, not feeling a little low. So next time, don't say that. Just say you're feeling under the weather. And this you can use in the body of your narrative, okay? Or this idiom you can use when you are writing a story. In the body of your story, you can say, my character or my character's mother or father or anybody close who's an important part or an integral part of the story. You can say that the person was feeling little under the weather, वो थोड़ा बीमार महसूस कर रहे थे. For example, whatever I eat is making me feel under the weather today. तो आज मैं जो भी खा रही हूँ, जो भी कर रही हूँ, it's just making me feel under the weather, which it's just not making me feel good, it is making me feel a little sick. A very cool way of saying that. I was feeling under the weather last week, but I am feeling much better now. So if someone asks you, hey, how are you doing? So you say, I was feeling under the weather since morning, but I'm better now. So when you say under the weather since morning, या तो सामने वाला सोचेगा है, what does that mean? Or the other person will be, wow, I mean, that's cool, yeah, the way you said it. Sometimes what you say creates more impression than how you look. So your content, okay, the content you speak creates an impression more than the way you look. So you might look a smart cookie, but you might not be one. So when you open your mouth and you start talking, the other person will understand that you are not the way you look. You're an idiom, not to be taken at the face value. Hati, bhulna mat. Idiom is nothing but hati. Yes, going good so far, under the weather. And then we have the next one, that is in hot water. In a bad or a sea. I still see people with me in the live chat, quite a few. Please give me a thumbs up if you can see me and hear me. Can you? Yes, you can. Okay, some connection issue, no problem. So now I was talking about the entire roasting thing, and when I was coming across all these roasting videos that were being shared to me, I just came across this one news where the kids, some teens from Ujjain, okay, काफी young लड़के थे, they were from Ujjain, who were actually tying the dog's limbs. I was telling you that, and they threw the dog in the river. How will the dog untie himself? How will the dog swim? The dog must have died. And they created a video out of it just to get views, and I don't know what satisfaction they had, what sadistic pleasure did they get when they did that, but they did something like that. So now, when you do something like that, you are bound to be in hot water. You are bound because you have done the deed and you will get something in return for it. Good deed brings good prizes, bad deed brings some really good punishments. So whenever we say, whenever we see such things, we can always say that, now they're going to be in hot water. And they were actually in hot water because they were put behind the bars. The whole matter went to PETA and some really good media influencers, the social media influencers took actions, and they got these kids, those teens who considered themselves really smart when they troubled the dog like this, and they got him behind the bars. So they aren't really smart cookies when they did that, or they are facing the music of their own actions. So I am actually using, all these different prepositions that I told you. Okay, and when I saw that news, I didn't really feel good. I felt under the weather because whatever they did, they weren't smart cookies. And comparing their actions with the teens of today, or the way they talk about the other people and they try to roast other people. I think the new hit is right now about Kunal Kamra and stuff. So when you do these kind of things, and the kind of background you come from, the family you come from, I can say it is like comparing two different things. And you should get yourself a job so that you can bring home the bacon instead of doing all these things. And I can also say that you unnecessarily abuse in your video, that hype in your videos to spice up things so that people will come and watch you. I'm relating all of these with the roasting thing that is in trend right now. So please, you are not really going to find your feet if you continue doing this, or please find your feet in a better situation rather than this entire roasting thing. Or I can say that you should always keep your chin up despite of the fact, if you feel you are contributing something good, if you are really a social media influencer, keep your chin up despite all these things. Despite people laughing at you, mocking at you, you continue doing your work. इसमें ना हिंदी में like हाथी, I will always rate everything to हाथी because हाथी is my favorite animal apart from lion. So, or I can use a preposition and say, besides lion, elephant is my favorite animal. So, उसमें एक कहावत है, कुत्ते भौंके हजार, हाथी चले बाजार. And don't pay attention on dogs' opinion. And you really think you have the Midas touch with all the kind of shitty things you talk about? You really think you have the Midas touch? Are you going to be like really successful with that kind of content? Another place you have to really pay for. You really have to fork over your reputation for the kind of things you are doing on social media platforms. So you're actually forking over your own reputation. Another way of using this expression. To be close fisted, I am really not going to give any likes, views, and comments to these kind of content creators. So I'm going to be close fisted. I'm not going to spend anything on them, not even my time. Or let's say, God, they have really sticky fingers. Why? Because their actions show that they are picking up everything that is really not needed, not required, just to get them fame by defaming someone, that is as good as to be a thief. And then the next one, we're just quickly revising the order. Okay, we're going reverse. To pay an arm and a leg. My God, when you do these kind of videos where you are hanging what do you call a cat. There was another video that I saw that the cat was being hung by a string of thread, and the cat was being played like a swing. So one boy was pushing the cat from the other side, and there was a entire rope around her neck, and she was being hung from the roof, and they were playing the swing with that cat. I'm sure the cat must have died. So when you do that, you'll be punished, and sometimes you'll have to pay an arm and a leg for that kind of work, or for that kind of act. You will have to pay an arm and a leg. That means you'll have to pay a lot of money to settle that matter. Another way, you look like $1,000,000. So all there are some content creators that actually present the content in such a way, and the way they dress up, they definitely don't look like $1,000,000. On the ball. Now, when I tell you about content creation and roasting, and when I take names like Kariminati and etc., you're on the ball because you're understanding everything very quickly now. Next thing, up in the air. जाने देते हैं इन लोगों का जो भी भविष्य है, whatever future they have, let it go up in the air. What they will get with this, things are still uncertain. Actions will be taken, actions will not be taken. This is just trending, it will be out of the trend very soon. Whatever happens, let it go up in the air. Another thing, blow off the steam. Now, whenever I get really annoyed with these kind of videos, I need to blow off my steam. So I just sit and complete my work, or I write something, I leave a comment which is like really offending to the person who has done that, and I'm just blowing off my steam. Or we can even ask the content creators, "Bhai, are you blowing off your steam when you create that kind of content?" Or, whatever you do, baby, you're going to face the music for that. You're going to deal with all your actions and the consequences of the same. And please sit tight and watch it. What is going to happen with you? Why? Because a generation might laugh for some time on it, but when the actions are being taken, you just wait and watch. So when I want to tell you, just have to select your goal CBSE 9th or 10th. And even if you belong to any other board or any other class, I would still request you to at least attend the special classes. And if you feel it is totally, you can subscribe us. So you download the Learner app. There you type your goals. Okay, they call it as goals. So we say we want CBSE 9th, for example, or 10th, for example, CBSE 10th grade. You select that, you select your language for preference of communication. Okay, so please select English. And after doing that, you can search the educator in the search bar. You can type Vandana Bajaj and you can see all my special class time and date and the content, the topic that I'm going to talk about, and how it is going to help you. So you can actually take a look at that and quickly sit for my tomorrow. I have a session. I'm just informing you. Download the app, check my schedule, enroll yourself for free right now. And if you really enjoy, you can subscribe. Don't forget to use the referral code VB20 in the blue box to avail 10% discounts. Bye for now. Thank you so much for being such a lovely audience. I had a great time with you guys.